Dear students, so now in this video lecture, we will try to calculate packing efficiency of some different crystal arrangements. In the last video lectures, we calculated packing efficiency for face-centered cubic lattice or unit cell. Okay. In today's class, we will see body-centered cubic lattice and primitive unit cell or simple cubic lattice. So before going to the calculation part of body-centered cubic lattice, in this part, since I have calculated for face-centered, in BCC, I will start with writing down the steps. Okay. Actually, most of the students, many of you are trying to memorize, the derivation part from physics or chemistry. So it takes a lot of time to memorize different derivations. So if somehow once if you can figure out how to do it or what are the steps, then it won't take much time to memorize all the topics, or it will be very easy for you to construct an answer. So what I will do, I will first write down few steps and I will tell you how to use these steps. Okay. So step 1, you will write packing efficiency formula. And what was the formula? Volume occupied by atom or molecule and divided by volume of unit cell. We know this formula. So this is step 1, we know this formula. In step 2, write down volume occupied and volume of unit cell. That means what is the formula for volume of unit cell and volume occupied. And in the final step, establish the relation between R and A. So this is the final step. Once you get the relation between R and A, you just go back to step 1, put the values and calculate the packing efficiency. You will get 100 here for percentage. Now in BCC, we know it is body centered cubic cell or cubic lattice. Now what happens in body centered cubic lattice? We have atoms or molecules or spheres at all the corners, and apart from the corners we have a sphere in the middle of the cubic cell. Okay, so we have a atom or molecule or sphere in the middle of the cube and at the corners. Okay, so the volume of unit cell, volume packing efficiency formula I have already written, so I am skipping the step 1, I am going to the step 2. So volume of unit cell, again it will come out to be A cube, because I know I have taken A as the edge length. Okay, so volume occupied by atom or molecule. We know each atom has a volume of 4/3 pi r cube. So this is the volume of a single atom or molecule or the sphere in the unit cell. But in FCC, we have seen that there are 4 atoms in each unit cell. Okay, tat ki hoy eta unit cell or bhitorot keita thake 4টা atom ba molecule ba sphere thake. But in BCC একে হবো নেকি? একেটো নহবো, নহলে তো নাম আমাৰ একে থাকিল হয়। আমাৰ নামটো চেঞ্জ হৈছে, তাৰ মানে তাত কিবা এটাটো চেঞ্জেস আহিছে। body centeredot amar kiba eta change hobo body centeredot ki change hobo amar number of atom per unit cell change ho jabo number of unit per unit cell will change. Okay, and we have calculated earlier that in BCC number of atom per unit cell is 2. So we have 2 atoms per unit cell and each atom has a volume of 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, now in the next step, now our goal is to establish a relation between this A and R so that we can proceed with the elimination process. Okay, we will eliminate one of them and we will get the final result. To do that, let's start with the drawing. So I will explain this geometrical arrangement of body centered cubic lattice. I have named the front face to be ABCD and the back face as EFGH. Now see, in this figure, why we are using this figure? To establish a relation between edge length A and radius of the atom R. Now see, suppose if this is a crystal unit cell, if this is a body centered unit cell, then what is happening? There are atoms at the corner and there is a atom at its center. What we are choosing? We are choosing if suppose this is one corner, if this corner is this corner of the duster, then the opposite lower corner is this corner. Okay, so I am taking it this way. Okay, diagonally opposite, one is above and one is at the bottom. Okay, so I am connecting these 2 points. Okay, and this is R, 2R and R. So obviously the total length will be 4R. Okay, now since I got this length to be 4R, now I will apply Pythagoras theorem, but I can use Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. That means in right angled triangle AGF, and in right angle triangle AGF, AG square will be equal to AF square plus GF square. Now this is 4R square. Unfortunately, we don't know AF square. We have no value for AF square yet, and GF square is simply, GF is edge length of the cube, so it will be A square. But even after writing the first equation, we didn't get the proper relation between R and A because AF is unknown. So somehow we have to calculate this AF, and we have to calculate this AF in terms of either A or R. Okay, so let's try to find this out. Now if I take this right angle triangle, that means ABF, we will see that AF square equal to AB square plus BF square. Okay, so this is A square and this is A square, which will give you 2A square for AF. AF square will come out to be 2A square. Now let's put this value over here. Okay, if I put this value of AF in this equation, what I will get? I have rubbed it off, but you have to keep it. Okay, so just replace it with 2A square and you are getting A square, you get 16R square. So what we get? Or you can say you will get A equal to 16/3 r square, or if I just get rid of this square term, then I will get a 4 over here, a root 3, that is 4 by root 3 r. Okay, so this is our relation between a and r. Okay, so what I will do, this is our step 3. So from step 3, what we will do, we will go again to the step 1, that means packing efficiency, and we will eliminate any one of them, r or a. Okay, so let's do it. So now in packing efficiency, the volume occupied was 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, and edge length was a cube. If I replace the a with r, then what I will get? I will get 4 by root 3 cube into r cube. Okay, I will lose our r cube. Okay, and if you again put the value of root 3 and all, okay, so if you put all the values of root 3 is 1.73205080, so just to 3 terms. You know the value of pi, just place all the values and you will get a 68% efficiency for body centered cubic lattice. 68% efficiency. So we see that in case of body centered cubic lattice, we have a lower efficiency than face centered cubic lattice, and it is quite obvious. Why it is quite obvious? Because we see that in face centered cubic lattice we have 4 atoms in the given unit cell, but in body centered cubic lattice we have 2 atoms in the given unit cell. Okay, now just keep this part in mind. I will not rub it off. We will see for primitive or simple cubic unit cell, okay, or SCP, simple cubic cell. Okay, it's called simple cubic lattice. Simple cubic lattice or primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell. So what was primitive unit cell? We have atoms touching each other at corners. Okay, actually these spheres or atoms are touching each other. Okay, so these formulas remains the same. The only thing that changes is volume occupied. Okay, so volume occupied will be 4 by 3 pi r cube, again the same formula, but now the number of atom per unit cell is 1 in case of primitive or simple cubic lattice. So it will come out to be a 4 by 3 pi r cube. The next step is the volume of unit cell remains the same. So the next thing that we want to do is we will be needing a relation between edge length A and R, and I told you that we place atoms in such a way that they are touching each other. So you will see that this is R, this is R, that means the whole length is A, that means you will see that A is equal to 2R. So this is the relation. So in cubic unit cell, it's not that difficult to get the relation between edge length and radius of the atom. It's simply A is equal to 2R, since 2 spheres are touching, so R, 2R, and edge length was already A. Just go to step 1, place the values over there. So 4 by 3 pi r cube, and in the lower section we get 2r whole cube. Okay, we will lose our r and we will get 4 pi by 8 into 3 into r cube into 100%. Okay, and we will see that it come out to be 52.4%. I guess it's around 52.4%. Yeah, 52.4%. 52.4% efficiency. So we see that our face-centered cubic cell is most efficient. Then we have body-centered, and simple cubic lattices are least efficient among all the different crystal arrangements or unit cells that we discussed. Okay. Now I leave you with a homework in this video lecture. Okay. So try to calculate packing efficiency for end-centered cubic lattice. Okay. So I told you that what happens in end-centered cubic lattice? The atoms are present at any two opposite walls. Okay. So there are 8 atoms at 8 corners, and there are 2 atoms on any two opposite walls. Okay. So I asked you to comment on how many number of atoms are there per unit cell in end-centered. Now this time I want you to calculate the packing efficiency of end-centered. Same formula. Okay, packing efficiency is volume occupied divided by the volume of unit cell. So volume of unit cell will remain the same, A cube. Volume occupied in this case will be volume of one atom, that means 4 by 3 pi r cube, and number of atom per unit cell. And you can easily find that for end-centered, number of atom in per unit cell is 2. So you will get the volume occupied. And finally you have to do what? You have to establish a relation between A and R. That is the most crucial part. You have to do it yourself. Okay. So this is your homework for this video lecture. Okay. Thank you.